Yes, once again, good afternoon, welcome. It's a wonderful Sunday. Today is actually the 22nd of January, and it looks like one of the few last Sundays, the last but one Sundays of this month. Yesterday we had quite a very good seminar in Ghana here, Kumasi, and the attendance was very interesting, massive. Everybody want to learn Bitcoin as usual, and today too we are here on the webinar. We are not stopping till we get Bitcoin reaching everyone, everywhere, anywhere you are. So once again, you're welcome. We have quite a few interesting number here on this webinar with us today, and my eBitcoinics. You are also part of eBitcoinics. All of us are actually eBitcoinics.com. So today's webinar is going to be very fast and not time consuming. Actually, it's all about we continuing our Bitcoin education. We've introduced everyone to Bitcoin, what Bitcoin is and all that. So today we're really going to, because we've already discussed what is Bitcoin and gold, the human economy involved and all that, the Bitcoin bubble, everything. We've discussed a whole lot of things with regards to even what is Bitcoin mining, how to get Bitcoins on eBitcoinics.com and other platforms all around, and also the total Bitcoins in circulation. Today we're going to have a look at the Bitcoin supply, how long it takes to mine a single Bitcoin, and also the Bitcoin consumption power with regards to mining, and then the Bitcoin commerce, and some of the Silk Road cases and all about Bitcoin in Ghana, in Africa, and the whole world and all that. So I think we just need to go straight to what we're going to do here today and all that. So just a quick one. So as we all know, we store Bitcoin in our digital wallet. When you transfer Bitcoin, it's sort of an electronic signature. It's hard, and after a few minutes, the transaction is verified in store. And all these previous lessons, we informed you, is actually done by miners. It's actually miners that confirm and approve all Bitcoin transactions and all that. So this is one of those things that we've already learned. And today is just going to be a recap of all this till we hit today's road for lessons. And we discussed how to get Bitcoins. Actually, you can, the best way actually to get Bitcoins is through mining, or you can buy it from somebody in an online market or any exchanger, or you can even buy peer-to-peer, person to person, and it all works very fine. And we looked at what Bitcoin mining is, and we gave examples of the processes involved with Bitcoin mining and some of the companies that we trust. For example, Big Club Network, that we at eBitcoinics, we work with them full-time mining Bitcoin and just joining the pool and all that, which is one of the easiest way to be mining Bitcoin. As I said, today we are going to look at the total number of Bitcoin in circulation, and also how the Bitcoin is supplied and proceeding and all that, and how long it takes to verify a single transaction, and also how long it takes to mine a single Bitcoin and all that. Today we're going to look at all this, including the consumption when it comes to Bitcoin and its mining journey. So for the most important thing you need to know as you are watching this webinar or you're listening to us is with regards to Bitcoin, the total number of Bitcoin that is going to be in circulation actually is 21 million Bitcoins. And that is what makes Bitcoin very unique. It's not a printable money where any central government behind it can choose to, as at when they want, they print a whole lot of money. You see deflation, inflation, and all that happening one way or the other. It's not like that over here, and it's very different as it's subjected to the number of Bitcoins that can actually be mined worldwide, and you cannot change Bitcoin. The total market cap of Bitcoin is 21 million, and this has been issued, which drives the value of a single Bitcoin up day in and out. So December 2013, I think there was about 12 million Bitcoins in circulation, and now we are in 2016. I think it should be more than the 12 million Bitcoins in circulation. And the mining, because something will happen every 4 years, there's a Bitcoin halving. That is the process is involved with. The mining gets more difficult, and it's more tougher to get the Bitcoins and all that. Bitcoin mining is going to take like 131 years in circulation, and that's why we believe that it's very important to get yourself into Bitcoin mining, whether you can do it on your own or you join in the party pull and all that. It's going to be a long shot and a long journey and all that. So the total number of Bitcoin that are going to be in circulation is actually 21 million Bitcoin. And now let me see, I have a graph here that is showing me, I said here by 2016, 2017, 2018, we should have around 17 to 80 million Bitcoin in total circulation. So if 2013, it was around 12 million Bitcoins, we believe that now it's more than that, and we're getting close to 15 or more than 15 or 16 or even $80 million as a next year. So we're looking forward to seeing that happening as well. And the Bitcoin supply process, well, as we know, currently only 25. I think now we are in 12.5 Bitcoins. Yes, initially it was 50 Bitcoins per block. That is every 10 minutes, and it reduced to 25 per every 10 minutes, and this rate halves every 4 years. So we saw a halving recently in 2016, and it's around 12.5 Bitcoins, and it will keep on reducing until the year 2140, and that is when Bitcoin mining will actually cease, and miners will then start charging fees for every Bitcoin transaction. It's going to be an interesting journey. We look forward to seeing all these things happen and all that. We want to pre-inform you advance so that you also get to know what's really going to happen. This is bigger than what we imagine. It should be bigger, much more and bigger. And then, as you know, we have having just informed you about the Bitcoins in circulation. I think we should have a look at how long it takes to actually mine a single Bitcoin. Mining Bitcoin takes much time because it's a complex process, and how much time it takes depends on actually the specifications of your computer processing unit and all that. So your machine becomes a factor, your network becomes a factor, and all that. So you cannot say how you can actually produce Bitcoin in 1 minute or 10 minutes or not. It actually depends on you, the process and all that. So it's quite something rhetorical. When you have to, if you want to give a fixed figure, I think you really also need to do some little extra computations, and we are not close to that actually. And that's one of the reasons. And also, Bitcoin consumption power, electricity is crazy. That is, I know from Big Club, they work as a company, they do their Bitcoin mining in Iceland. In Iceland, I know they have a very great temperature, and also electricity is actually cheap over there in Iceland. If you want to mine Bitcoin yourself, then you need to be ready to pay a lot of bills and all that. That was initially they said Bitcoin miners use consumption power around 150,000 US dollar a day to create Bitcoins. So imagine that $150,000 worth of electricity each day by Bitcoin miners to create Bitcoin, and this electricity could power about 31,000 homes, or let me say about 50,000 electrical cars. This is crazy. It's awesome. And now I think a whole lot of technologies, because of the ASIC chips and all that, these technologies are all helping the process, and I think now it's quite better. But yes, still you kind of run from the electricity consumption, and a whole lot of people just get used to the process involved. And also, as we know, some of the Bitcoin commerces and all, but that is even one of the reasons for our seminar today, the Bitcoin commerce. We call it a B-commerce, and what you can do actually with your Bitcoin, either online and offline, and wherever you are. These are some of the things that we want to look at. And Bitcoin, now in 2017, you know what Bitcoin has done and how far Bitcoin has gone. And we all know that you can actually use your Bitcoin anywhere in the world. Even here in Ghana, I think we have companies like Nix Solutions and Business Consultancy. This is a consultancy firm actually that they accept Bitcoin payments through eBitcoinics.com. And some of the things you can buy, insurances and all that. This is just our level here in Ghana. And I think in Ghana, even at Accra, you can spend Bitcoins there and all that. So this is something interesting. And in Africa, you go to a lot of African countries, Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, and Egypt and all that, close neighboring countries. Everybody is using Bitcoin. So probably you can use Bitcoin wherever you are, anywhere in the world, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now let's go to the outside world. There are companies like Dell, Microsoft, and many more, Chip S and all that, by Richard Serge or Branson and all that. These guys are all millionaires that are investing in Bitcoin, and they've got their companies actually accepting Bitcoin as payments. And it's not just that. Recently, we announced something on our page about BNB, YNB, and all that. So this is an accounting firm that started accepting Bitcoin. So it's big. Now you just need to know where to spend Bitcoin. Let's say now Lamborghini, you can use your Bitcoin to buy Lamborghini, and it's interesting. So those of you that want to drive Lambos, just start storing some more Bitcoin so you could use your Bitcoin to buy a Lambo. Yes, and it's one of those things. Yes, yeah. Don't laugh. It's real, And so also, you go to the U.S. alone. I think currently we have over 1,500 businesses in the U.S. alone that are accepting Bitcoin. You go to China, forget it. And recently we saw what happened in China when China was experiencing a lot of hard times with regards to the Bitcoin networking technology, with regards to transfer, the transaction that was actually happening in China. And it wasn't easy. So a whole lot of things happening with even the Bitcoin prices of misbehaving and all that. Hey, small baby, you're also learning Bitcoin. That's nice. And aside that, there are a whole lot of businesses. As of 2012, we had over $116 million worth of commercial businesses, and now I think it should be close to $500 million worth of e-commerce businesses. You can buy a pizza, clothing, travel the world, electronic, internet services, illegal goods, legal goods and services, and all that. Everything that is happening now, Bitcoin. Yes, we have over, let me say, 10,000 merchants currently accepting Bitcoin worldwide. That is just what I know. What you know could be also much more than what I've also been informed. And BigCommerce is actually an online place to support Bitcoin now. Over 10,000 merchants worldwide and more than 30,000, or let me say 50,000 transactions actually per day in the world of commerce and Bitcoin. And we've all heard about Silk Road, and I don't really actually like talking about that. That also the people think that is all about Bitcoin. Now, no, you can use actually your government to do your government's currency to do anything. Recently, we saw what happened with Western Union, and they've been fined with over $586 million for a fraudulent transfer. See, nobody is talking about this. Everybody is so quiet about this. And if it was a Bitcoin-related transaction, you will see the whole world, everybody talking about, hey, these guys again, they've started it, and everybody's just messing around with the Bitcoin stuff. And the politicians, they just go blacklisting the news and all that, just selling them so cheap. But when it was listing, you see a lot of people so quiet about it. What happened? They take an illegal, fraudulent transaction, and they've been fined over $586 million. The amount that was involved in the transaction or the transfer, they've not informed us. And that means a transaction that is being charged with $586 million, that means a whole lot went into the transaction itself. So I think we have done a whole lot and mentioned a whole lot now, and it's quite interesting and all. But so maybe there's something that I forgot to add, or something that I am not informed about, or there's something probably that or something you can also inform us about what you think and what is actually happening with Bitcoin, so that you also inform me. Mr. Eddie Square, Nigeria. Yes, yeah. I hope you're going to be accepting Bitcoin very soon in your company.
Definitely.
Yeah. Why do you think you do that?
No, because you read although, as if you remember, the day I had the central bank manager or so, yes, when he was saying something about Bitcoin, that people should be careful, not that the Bitcoin is bad, but people should just be careful, do your research before you go into it. If you remember, I called you that day that I'm listening to a program on Nigeria radio.
Yes.
So later, I saw your message on the Facebook, and it made me understand this more. So then, another thing that I want to ask, the mining, how is it paying? Because I still don't understand the pool. That's what I want to ask about the pool mining. I still don't understand it much. So I need to understand it much. How do they do it? Is it daily? They pay their share daily into any account that you give them, or what? So I'd like to understand that.
Okay, now this is what happens with regards. That is actually a mining pool you join. Now what happened is, the company is handling the Bitcoin mining processes, everything that is involved. You don't need to do that. They just set up your device in your name. And what happened is, whichever amount of Bitcoin that is mined on a daily basis, when they are paying, you get your share of all that earnings. So let's say you are a member of pool 1, I am a member of pool 2 or something, and maybe pool 1 fetched around 100 Bitcoins and they have 100 members in pool 1. That 100 Bitcoins would have to be shared among all the members in that particular pool. So on a daily basis, every 24 hours, you get paid. Every 24 hours, as long as the Bitcoin mining is ongoing, and it's nothing you can actually alter the process of. It keeps on going on and on. So every 24 hours, you get a share of all the Bitcoin mine action. That's what happens.
Okay, I understand that.
Yes, please.
I understand that.
Emmanuel.
Okay.
Emmanuel. We have Ima on the line. Ima, are you there? Hello, Ima. Hello, Ima. I think Ima is there silent. He's just doing the listening. And I have an alert here from one guy. He also joined Abdul Qaddus, and I think we missed him on the webinar today. And Nasruddin Sani also joined, and we've missed him now. Probably they've got issues with their network and all that. And we just completed the week seminar, and also we were discussing about our mentoring program and all that. Very soon we will have all that packages is added to our website feature, so that we will be mentoring a lot of guys and coaching online with regards to your online businesses and all that. And then we want to know how you're doing with your daily lessons, and are you growing in skill with regards to what we've taught you in Bitcoin, and also the strategy, the mental mindset and leadership you intend to do with your Bitcoin, you as a Bitcoin entrepreneur and all that. So, that is what we're looking at. And we have a very full evidence here from you, Mr. Adiskray, because you've been following us for quite a while now, and we believe that you've done a whole lot of learning through us, and you've learned so much with regards to Bitcoin. And
I am starting my mining now as I'm talking to you. except you don't want to do it now. Until we drop, we are starting the mining.
Wow, interesting. That's cool. So that's one thing Bitcoin can do to you and to anybody and everybody, So
is this real? Hold on, is this real? Can you see it?
What?
Hey, you cannot see it. Okay.
The price of
is
Bitcoin.
The amount real?
Yeah, it's real.
Yes.
$940.
Really?
Yes,
wow.
$940. Yes, that's the price of Bitcoin today. Wow. We are heading to $1,000 soon.
Interesting.
Yeah, we are heading to $1,000 very soon.
So it means immediately as if I enter the $2,000, I will just need to rest.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Then I'll be looking for the other small coin to invest on.
We will discuss that after the webinar.
Let's just start the test and see how it goes.
Yes, after the webinar, I'll text you, I'll call you, and then we'll do.
No, after the webinar, we'll start. Nothing is delaying us.
So since we don't have enough questions, and as usual, we don't like spending more than 30 minutes on this webinar. So it's been a great day. We would have it.
You have even spent more than 30 minutes.
Yes, sure. And we'll have it uploaded on our website, and everybody will have it. As usual, you can buy and sell all your Bitcoins on eBitcoinics.com. Follow us on Twitter, eBitcoinics, on Facebook, eBitcoinics, and then as well as on Instagram, eBitcoinics. Wherever you want to find us, it's just eBitcoinics and all that. So enjoy your day, and we're looking forward to uploading it in a few minutes on our website and also our YouTube channels.
Okay.
Have a great day. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.